Howdy, hey, hi, Spaceman Josh here, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to where we left off. It took some time to review the tutorial on how to do some orbiting. So hopefully the plan is to do some orbiting without dying. We have a lot of low money now. That's a lot less money than what I left with, I think. What happened? Something happen? But I just like, does it just continue on? I'm thinking now that we have a better grasp of this. Never mind. Let's just continue going. Like, if we run out of money, I'll end up starting a new game. But let's see if I can do this for right now. Let's have the Mark 1 pod. We're going to have people. So we have the pilot there. That's good. Stop. Shut up, phone. We're not going to have any maneuverability while in space. But I know I'm going to be able to get into space. So the first thing I need is I'll need that kind of fuel tank. And I guess just 2 of these because I don't have the one I need from the tutorial. But if these are 200s, it used a 100 and a 400, but I'm assuming having 102 200s works just as needed. And then coupling, the decoupler. Go back to fuel tanks. Have some more of these. They had 2 of these at the bottom, so I'm going to attach 4 200s. Like that. That's a behemoth right there. And then going to go ahead and, well, first I need to take that away. I forgot to add the engine at the bottom. So I have a swivel and a relent. I know that the swivel's at the bottom. I know that for the tutorial they used a Terrier, but I don't have a Terrier. So I'm going to hope that the relent will work. The relent actually looks better. It might be, who knows. Let's go ahead and attach that. Let's just use 2 relents, why not? Let's mix things up a bit. Let's do flush limiter. Let's just do 65, just keep it like that. Maybe it might work, it might not, who knows? Coupling. Radial decouplers. We're gonna have 2 of those. And we're going to go ahead and place them on the sides like this. Put them maybe right there. That looks good, right? And then we're gonna have 2 hammers. Just kidding, I need to bring this down lower. So those are attached, that's good. Let's bring them a little bit lower if I can. I cannot. Well, maybe I can bring this lower. There we go, like that. That way they're all a little bit lined up. And then I need aerodynamics. Let's get these things. And then let's just get 4 of these. I don't know which ones they use, I don't remember, but I'm gonna just use these for a bit. That looks good, right? And then let's see if we have any stuff for power. I'm gonna assume that this comes pre-charged and hope that it does, and that I think I might need it. I don't know, and let's just assume it does, it works. And then we need a parachute of sorts. That's under utility, right? Parachute, and then we're gonna put this to 0.2, around 8,000 meters or 8 kilometers, and then we'll set the altitude thing to 1500 because I don't know where we'll land, if we land at all. But if we do end up landing, we'll want that. And then let's look at science experiments. I don't think we have anything worth taking out there. We've already done a lot of it already. There's this stuff, but that's not important right now. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure. Okay, so, oof, do not want to do that. So first these go, then that decouples. Yep. We want these to go at the same time. So stage 3, you have these, both these starting off. Then that will decouple once I press it just in case they run out. After that, after everything's gone, then we'll also turn off these. And then we can probably start, we'll go ahead and add the thing here. That's when this engine starts. And then we can control that as needed. And then if we need to, we have that. Yeah, it works. This, in theory, should take us to space. Let's look at what is... Oh, we're in the airplane thingy now. Nope, no, we need this one. That's cool. Now that I know what that button does, we're also going to go ahead and click on this, and then do that. That just rotated the ship, so when we go to launch, now it'll be facing a different direction, so it'll be easier to go in a certain way, I guess. Though I'm thinking we want it like that. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. It just may make it easier to do things. I know there was a way to look at like special things, like certain procedures. Let's look at the center of mass. So that's an interesting center of mass, and good to know that it's right there. That's really low. Ooh, sensor of thrust overlay. Interesting. Aerodynamic overlay. I don't know what the aerodynamic overlay is, but I don't know how to use that. I was sure there was a thing to like do like special things, like for like when you want to like abort mission, things of that sort. Maybe I just don't know how to do that yet. Well, let's name it. Let's call it Spacecraft Beta. I don't know why beta. I don't know if we've had a beta, and I'm assuming not. Version 1.00. Description. Space? Let's go ahead and save this bad boy. Save it. Okay. Spacecraft Beta version 1.00. Let's try to launch this. It's costing us over 25% of our current budget. Let's hope it works. Because if it doesn't, this better work. So thrust limiter 0.65. So I'm gonna, if it's a thrust limiter, I'll just go ahead and do that. Question mark. And cross our fingers and hope this works. So around 60 or so, I want to start. I'll turn on that. I want to start going downward. This is already going way faster than I thought it would. Those are out of fuel. Okay, and they are gone now forever. I'm trying to steer the ship, and it is not working. I'm thinking that's what those other things may have been for. The control of the spaceship thingies that I currently have not unlocked. I don't know what they're called, and most of you probably have no idea. I mean, some of you, I don't know, but it's not working. So, oh, there we go. See, now it's starting to move a little bit more. Come on, ball. Keep it around 20 or so. Let's go back to surface. What are we looking at in terms of things? Yeah. Why is there another thing? Orbiter question mark? Just ran out of fuel there. Let's... Haha! Look at that. I'm gonna cut off the engine for a bit. Wait till we get to the top here. 100 kilometers. That's a really good one. It's decently well. And then we'll turn them on again, and then save a little bit of fuel just to make sure that we can actually. Oh, now we're in space. 70 kilometers. I'm gonna go down a little bit. Maybe around between -10, -20. Let's have a good, -15 or so is probably a good one to sit at. And so we're reaching our top is going to be around 98 kilometers. Right. It's going to be 99.3. And then I'll probably burn for about 10 seconds or so and then see where we're at. We're getting 92, 93. Let's take a look at where we're at. This is working out a lot better than most of the things we've done so far. Imagine that doing the tutorial to refresh actually helps. Who would have thunk? Okay. 97.5. I want to warp at the same time I don't want to warp because I don't want to pass it on accident. 99, I'll go ahead and start it up. Let's put that back down a little bit there. Try to look at keeping it at that. So we're starting at about 33. Full throttle. Where are we at? Oh, so close. Come on. Okay, so go back to the map. Full throttle. Oh, see how the camera changed? Oh, look at that. Look at that. The camera changed. We're in orbit. Ha! And so these fancy words I'm not gonna even try to pronounce anymore. So this one is when you're the farthest away in your orbit. So we're currently orbiting Kerman now. Kerbal, I already forgot. But we're currently orbiting, and so now that is the farthest we'll ever be from the planet, and this over here is the closest we'll ever be. So we'll go through a whole orbit, or probably even a couple if we wanted to, and what we'll do is once we get close to here, we'll turn around, and once we complete a couple of them, we'll start use our thrusters to then slow us down, so that way we actually end up falling into the atmosphere again, and we'll just land wherever we land. But now that we're in space, let's warp time by 50. That's a good one. Let's just enjoy the view. And this is going to shift a lot too, because we're facing one way. And notice how we are getting really far. We are getting far away, and it's going to stay this way. But this is going to change because our direction is changing in relation to the planet. Oh, this is so cool. Hey, look, there's the Mun. It looks like a crater hit that area right there. You got sort of the outer wall as well as the upward thing you kind of get. I don't know the proper terms for any of it. Let's see, and we'll come down here. And our surface velocity increases because as you get closer to the object you're orbiting, you actually speed up. Yeah, see? There we go, right there. So we completed one orbit. Let's go ahead and complete another one. I can go like this. This is what our view was before. If we go back down here, this is what it was showing us. So we currently have this in orbit, which is really, really cool. Since it's safely in orbit, I'm going to go back to the Space Center for a bit. Let's go to mission control. So these two were... Look at that. Completed. Orbit. Oh, well, look at that money. Yes, look at that. We got a lot of money from that. Yeah, see, we got money. And some science. And reputation. What's this one? To perform the test, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. So, Kerbal, orbit, altitude. Oh. So you have to get a serious orbit. Interesting. Very elliptical. And you have to use it in between there. Huh. So that means we'll have to take something that we leave up there in orbit. And then still have a way to have the crew thing come back. Tracking station. Let's go ahead and go back to flying this spaceship. What's up, Bobble? You good? I hope you good, because we about to do some stuff. Oh, hey, look, and it's got the little path thing. You can seriously zoom out. You can view it all on the map view. I want to go to all of these places. I really like how they also like kind of modeled it like the solar system, but got the really important aspects. Like we have Moho and Eve and Kerbal Space Center over here with Kerbin. They have 2 moons. There's the Mun, and then there's Minmus. It's really cool. Over here we got Duna for Mars, because yeah, just Duna just sounds like Dune. Drez, and then over here we have our Neptune-Pluto system. We got Joule, which is I'm assuming representing Neptune because it is along with some of these other ones. And then you have Ilo, which goes in closer than Joule, but then it, for the most part, is way farther out and has a lot more elliptical orbit than the rest of these planets. I know that Venus has the most circular orbit. So the other ones in it, it kind of looks like so does Eve. Kind of, sort of, not really. Who knows? I don't want to do the math for it right now. Let's go ahead and do some serious work. Okay. Oh, okay. So the farther out you can get, the more they can get away with certain time warps, with certain altitudes. Interesting. While below 120 kilometers, or is that 12? That's 120. And 240 kilometers is your 100. And then 1,000 is somewhere above that. And we've hit the 20-minute mark of the video. So I'm gonna go time back to normal. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, we'll bring Balbo back to Kerbal. So again, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe. If you want, you can also hit the bell. It'll turn on notifications, let you know right when I upload. Other than that, thank you for traveling with me today. Spaceman Josh, out.